My life is in shams. It's shambling everywhere. Okay, hold on. How are you all doing today? I am super late, an hour after I would normally start, but I had a good day. Busy as all hell, but a good day. Okay. Alright. Whose suspicions do I not have? Penny. I don't have Penny suspicion? Okay. Is there anything suspicious about Penny? Oh. Okay. There we go. I was waiting for my headset to be disconnected. Yep. Fair enough. Okay, let's fix my headset real quick. Thank you. Thank you, headset. Okay. 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 Well, let's go... No, not that. Hold on. We got an item. He likes music. Simple melodies will move his soul. Best of luck to you, Freya. Okay.
I'm still not. Should we take another look?
Okay. This has got a bell, lips, a keyboard, and a bird. Okay.
Let's come back.
Okay. So we're looking for all these things. Okay, so the doorbell makes this sound. Okay. Okay. And then let's go Penny's room real quick. Hello, Penny. Good old Miss Penny Pointer. And then we're gonna go look at Poppy.
That's rather strange now, isn't it? We found it in your room.
Yeah, we found this in your room.
Round, was it?
Nope, you'd hidden it, but we found it.
We did
Okay.
that.
Yeah, we find things. We're finders.
Her in the message. And what's the deal with the pedals?
It's really none of your business.
Okay.
I must say the girls are awfully well behaved today. I think they know we're in the presence of company. They belong to you? Why do you keep them in a cage? They need a special diet, particular treatment. I let them out to fly occasionally, of course. But they're all one of a kind. I couldn't let anything happen to them.
Do they have names?
Of course. Let me introduce you to Tabitha, Tamara, and Tatiana.
I've
Okay.
already forgotten all three of those names.
Which one is which? Oh, that's simple. Tatiana is the oldest, Tabitha is the most patient, and Tamara has the best sense of rhythm.
Glad we cleared that up.
What about the one on your head? On my head? It's just my hat.
It's just a hat.
Who would name their hat?
Okay.
That's, we found
Okay.
it. Just
An especially fancy cage.
And
Okay.
it's home to 3 especially fancy birds.
Okay.
They're bird cages, but the birds are coming and going freely.
Yeah.
Is that a metaphor?
Oh, it totally is.
Okay, well, let's get the one from you then. Because I know the piano.
That's just...
What else would it be?
Yeah, it's mine.
Yep. Can you play the tune for us?
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Okay. Okay.
How sweet.
Okay. Okay, so the piano looks like that. Okay. Okay. Oh, I guess we should go up here, huh? Yeah, we should look at the tower.
What is that?
Hmm.
Not sure. Some kind of reel?
Looks like it might attach to something.
Oh. A brass reel with a red screw at the top. Coiled around the reel is a length of fine red rope. Okay.
What's in that little box? I bet it's bones. A skull, at least.
You know, maybe I won't open it.
Okay.
Just dusty junk. It's a statue of a wolf. Standing up straight, like a man.
It's a werewolf.
You know, there's a name for that.
I know.
It's not quite as dusty as everything else up here.
Oh.
Also, it's not a statue. It's stuffed.
Even better.
Just dusty junk.
Where's that light coming from?
Well, it's just daylight, I think. There's a decent gap between those floorboards. Is that what I think it is?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what I think it is?
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Then the lips. The bird song, okay. Hey.
That's all the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been lying.
Yeah, does anyone's been lying?
Fitz and I were up in the Moonlight Garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall. But
In the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs.
I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs. They're just outside my room.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me.
Eventually, she let me in.
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left
Okay.
the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside.
Yeah, we've already heard
He followed
this.
us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs.
Okay.
We know a little more about the crime scene now. So, what do you think? Was Freya stabbed by her own painting?
No.
Blood from the paint pot
Yeah.
was used to paint the red tip of.
Yeah, it's just a red herring.
Feather to resemble a bloody knife.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Can't
Yeah.
decide if I'm disappointed or relieved.
I have a question. Why?
Either it's a very
Yeah,
strange
why?
coincidence, or somebody set it up.
Somebody set it
Somebody
up.
deliberately put blood in the paint pot and hid that feather after the crime. Why? To distract us?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Well, it worked.
Possibly.
Flora's the only person who could have hidden the feather, unless someone took it from her.
Let's go over what we do know.
Yeah.
The door was locked the whole time. It stayed locked until Fitz kicked it down. Normally, it can only be opened from the inside. Pointer said he couldn't see Freya from his telescope, but he did see Flora lying by the window.
So whatever got Freya got Flora too?
Except Flora survived. She didn't get a stab wound like Freya did.
Hold on. If there was no knife, then what did stab Freya?
It could be anything. It might not even be important.
How is it not important?
Right now, I'm less interested in the what, and more interested in the how.
The angle of Freya's wound suggests she was stabbed at a perfect right angle.
Yeah.
That is, from directly in front of her. But she was standing right up by the canvas.
Somehow, Freya ended up lying on her back, still perfectly in line with the painting.
Maybe
Yes.
something went through it.
Through the painting? Wouldn't that leave a hole?
Okay, well, how about this? How do we know Freya was stabbed before she fell over? Maybe her
We
being
don't,
stabbed
yeah.
and her falling over are completely unrelated.
Yeah. Penny, Penny, Penny. Sorry, I muted myself because I thought I was gonna sneeze. Okay, Penny, I need to talk to you, girl. I've asked you about everybody.
Yes, it's my, my flower.
You don't like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them. Birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal when they get thirsty.
Do you at least like the look of the flower?
The look?
The colors? The shape of it?
Between you and me, I think it's a little vulgar.
Yeah, okay.
Is that for sewing?
Maybe?
We have no idea.
It's that bird. But these must have been drawn at least a year ago. Oh, how sad. I must say the girls are off. I think they belong. They need a special.
Do they have
Of course. Let me introduce.
I've already forgotten.
Which one?
Oh, that's Tatiana. Is
Glad
the
we cleared.
What about the one
on
on
my
my
head?
head?
It's just my hat. Doesn't have a name. There used to be fascinating breeds. All
Used to be?
most of them are.
What happened
Okay,
to
we've
that?
heard all these before. I'm just trying to get the thing.
That's
We found it.
Nope.
We do that.
Who's the
It's
her?
really.
Okay.
What's those little?
I think they're there for
Oh.
drink.
It is a flower. That blade.
It's a troll.
is- Freya drew these.
Yeah, I think
But-
so.
She never.
Well, I think it was a gift for your mother, like a private thing between Freya and Flora.
Do you know what this
Is
is?
this yours, Fifi?
I do not recognize it. And besides, I would have no use for such a thing. Perhaps it could be used to hang wet laundry?
Was that a joke?
No?
Yes.
Okay.
What a mess. Penelope should tidy up after herself.
These weren't dropped by Penny.
Okay.
They were dropped by birds. I think.
My argument stands.
Okay. Hey, buddy.
Did Freya draw these?
Yeah.
Probably.
There's a note in the back, too.
She was even closer to Flora than I realized.
You know what this
I
is?
don't know what that is.
Me
That's fair.
neither.
Me 3. Oh,
Me 3.
sorry. I thought you said me 2.
Yeah.
A flower.
Yeah, it's a flower. We found it in Penny's room.
Okay.
Mean anything to you?
Why would it?
Come on.
I don't really go into Penny's room or anywhere in Pointer Tower. I just don't have a reason to.
Okay. Oh, could the pair of lips be the gramophone? We'll just let it play out.
Weird.
It's someone humming a tune.
Yeah, there we go. Humming. Okay.
That's all 4 melodies, I think.
So,
Yeah.
what do we do with them?
Should we go back to the gardens again?
Yeah, might as well. Okay.
Let's try this again.
You know, I think we might be able to solve this now.
Yeah, okay.
That's gotta be right.
Nothing. Maybe it's broken.
Wait, do you hear that?
Are we gonna go in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's a couple of things I want to do first.
Collect all clues. Complete suspicion for all subjects. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm missing something from Freya's room then.
It's Freya's bed. A little bit
It's
messy.
a perfectly healthy amount of messy.
It's a little glass
I
bottle.
think it's a
Come
bubble.
again?
See, the leaves might have been for keeping insects. Painting supplies.
Drawings.
What's that one on the left?
Looks like two. One of them's holding a red rose.
Oh. Various drawings. Okay.
There's something about those petals we found in Penny's room. Something.
Let's ask her about it.
There we go. That's what we needed now. Good for me. We finally did it. Okay. Oh, Miss Penny, your time's a cooking. Hi.
Yeah, we found this.
Oh, that's nothing.
You wrote, "Now I'll get her," on a piece of paper and hid it in your room.
Yep.
That's not nothing.
That's not nothing, girl.
Actually, it's not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
The petals.
They're from Red Roses.
They're from red roses. And there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
We need a clue. Something that shows the roses. And who they belong to.
I mean, it's this thing, right?
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden. See what Fitz is holding?
A red rose.
I can't imagine what you're getting at, but it doesn't matter. I couldn't have taken anything from the rooftop garden. It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
Is it really only accessible from those two bedrooms?
For most people, it would be. But don't forget, Penny's the resident ornithologist.
Yeah.
Dears, what are you accusing me of?
Alright, time to work things out. One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them.
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them. We know those two have been spending time together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid. Wanted to know what they were up to.
Yeah, what are they up to?
I'm just not the jealous type. I would never suspect Fitz of anything like that. Besides, Tabitha hardly ever leaves her cage. She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
No, we have
We
proof.
need a clue to compare with Penny's birds. Something to prove one of them has been in the rooftop garden.
Yeah, we have this exactly. It's the 4 feathers.
Let's take a closer look at these. This yellow feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the rooftop garden.
Yep.
I can't stand it! Knowing the two of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden.
Oh.
I didn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me. I knew she'd be able to bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
You don't understand. Fitz is slipping away from me. He's so quiet with me these days. But being with Poppy seems to bring him out of his shell. I don't know what he sees in her miserable little...
Damn, she is jealous.
I apologize. This really isn't your burden to bear.
Supposedly, Freya was working on the painting when she was killed. Looks like she was still holding her paintbrush and palette when she fell.
Didn't even get a chance to clean her brush.
Yep. Okay. That's it.
Are we done?
For now. It's about time we found out what's beneath.
Let's go. What lurks in the bowels of the garden? Yep, we got everything.
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
Go down. What room are we in now? Oh, Tangle Tower. Underneath? Underneath Tangle Tower? Oh.
It looks like they're being boiled. But the liquid is ice cold.
Is it locked?
Seems likely, doesn't it? Weird looking safe.
I'm pretty sure the latches can slide into the middle.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. That looks like it connects.
That's the one.
Maybe not great, but it does.
Bad.
Huh?
Anything inside?
Yeah, more research.
Oh, more research. Give me my notes, please. Okay. Secret research. A folder containing research notes and diagrams. 1. Our unique flora and fauna is the byproduct of a number as of yet unidentified chemicals. These chemicals are continually present in the water, forming clouds and filling the lake. Causes a variety of mutations in plants and animals. Smaller creatures such as arachnids, insects, mollusks, and amphibians, and crustaceans are the most affected. However, the chemicals may travel up the food chain and cause mutations in birds and reptiles. As far as we know, mammals remain completely unaffected. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
What's in there?
No.
It's a little diagram of a beetle, with some incomprehensible notes scribbled next to it.
That's weird.
What?
It looks really normal compared to the beetles behind the glass.
Yeah.
9 beetles. All different, all dead.
Poor little guys.
There's a bunch of notes written all around them. It's mostly numbers. No idea what they mean. 9 beetles.
Okay.
It's mostly numbers.
Whose research is this? This is some seriously in-depth research.
It's impressive, but it's incomplete. There's a section missing.
Oh, we have the 4th one. Yeah. It fits, right?
So, this is Pointer's secret lab.
Oh, wow.
Definitely seems
Hey,
like he's the one
Agoops.
using it.
How are you doing
I guess
tonight?
not a lot of people know
Things are
about the
going well
secret
today.
entrance.
Right. But
How are
if
you, my friend?
Pointer's the only one who comes down here.
Welcome to some Tangle
why would
Tower.
he
We're
want to
untangling a
research
web
and
of
say,
lies.
Who's he hiding it?
And a murder
This is
because somebody's
paranoid,
been killed.
especially
And now we have to
those
find out
fears of
who.
evil.
What do you think he's trying to do exactly?
Well, let's see what deductions we can make. I'm glad you're doing well. Okay. I guess?
The golden beetle was
No.
hiding from the ink-dip bird in Flora's tower. Nope.
Nope. Okay. Ah.
Pointer has
Yeah.
been trying to breed.
Good old
the
Professor
golden
Pointer,
beetle
trying to
in
get
the
rich quick.
underground laboratory.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's rare?
To make
Because
money.
it's gold?
Is that it?
I think so. I don't
mean,
think
if
he
you have
cares about
gold, sell it, right?
entomology any more than he cares about astronomy. He just wants to get one over on Felix. If he can breed his own gold, suddenly Poppy's inheritance is looking pretty,
Infinite.
Yeah.
Might explain why he was so worried about losing the beetle. Maybe somebody did steal it.
might have been Freya after all. We know she was trying to get through the secret door in the garden.
She might not have known what was down here, though. Maybe she was just curious.
Curious, sure.
Yeah.
But not naive. I reckon she knew what was going on.
I think we're still missing the bigger picture. There's no way this is all just about a beetle. We're done.
Okay.
Ready to go down? Again?
Let's go. Into the bowels of the beast. Lowest level.
It's an old coat rack. Looks thoroughly neglected.
2 cloaks, and a green hat draped on top for good measure. We're too late. This photograph has been stabbed.
Damn, not a photograph.
Why? By what?
Not sure. Some kind of metal stabbing thingy.
The metal rod. A sleek but sturdy metal rod. It has been stabbed into a photograph. The rod has a curved and pointed tip like an arrow or the hand of a clock. It has a small loop at the back with a sort of red rope connected to it. The metal is perfectly cleaned and polished.
So what's the photo?
It's framed but still slightly damp. The photograph shows a young girl and a large man is standing next to her. Around them are several red and white birds. A metal object was stabbed into the photo, leaving a hole near the man's chest. That's Flora and Felix.
Do you know who it is in the photo?
A strange
This
photograph.
man in the photo. He reminds me of something from one of our clues.
Yeah. No. Okay. I think it's this thing.
Felix made a little model of him for Flora.
Yeah, makes sense when you know who he is.
Lord Remington?
Lord Remington.
Remington. That makes him Flora's father, meaning the girl in the photo is...
Yeah, it's her. See the bird, too.
Yeah.
Never would have guessed. Times sure do change.
I don't know. I don't think she looks so different.
Yeah, she kind of looks the same. Okay. What's the book for?
A single book on a little makeshift table.
This is creeping me out slightly.
Why?
I think it's a children's book.
Oh. Mistids of the Sea and Sky, a children's picture book. It looks very old. The Ink Dip, an elegant bird with red and white plumage. The Silver Snake, an aquatic reptile with no eyes and a long tongue. The Soul Bearer, a crab with 3 differently sized claws. The Amphobi, a frog-like creature walking on 2 legs. Okay.
Do these puddles worry you?
Why?
That's lake water, but it's indoors.
Ah, I see your point.
Basements don't normally have windows.
We're at the bottom of the lake. We must be.
Right. But if that's the lake bed, why does it look like that?
Like what?
White, smooth, no plants, no anything. That's not what a lake looks like.
Oh, interesting.
Where are we?
The lake.
Did you notice how much light this room has? For a room with 1 candle?
It's all coming through the window.
I'm pretty sure lakes are supposed to be darker at the bottom, not lighter.
Why is there a room down here anyway? And why is it so much older than the rest of Tangle Tower?
We still don't really know why people came to live here in the first place.
Maybe they just wanted to get rich, like Pointer with his beetles.
I feel like the Remingtons came here for the lake, for what was in it.
It's empty, though. More empty than a normal lake would be.
It is now, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we're too late.
I'm glad you're doing well. Okay. Okay, so I have to explore this thing more. Okay.
Old cardboard boxes.
How exciting.
Oh, but there's more. They're also damp and empty.
Okay.
It's an old coat rack.
2 cloaks.
Old cardboard.
How exciting.
Oh, they're also damp and empty.
This room looks like old.
Makes the rest of the house seem relatively modern.
Yeah. Trying to tinker with Windows, having 4 monitors hooked into my computer. One of them is in a separate room. Makes things a bit goofy. Oof. Yeah, if you lose your mouse, you're like, honey, is the mouse on the screen? How do I get it back? You know? I feel you on that one.
This room looks old.
Okay.
Like,
It makes the rest of the house. A single book on
this
a
is.
why.
I think it's a children's book.
Okay. Where did it go? If there was a honey, that may be an option, as is lots of walking between rooms. That's fair.
But it's too dark to see the pictures.
It's not too dark. The frames are all empty.
It's an empty bookcase.
Something tells me it's been empty for a long time.
Okay.
Gives off kind of a dungeon vibe.
What do people actually use chains for?
I don't know.
Nothing good.
Yeah. So I'm missing something.
It's an old coat rack.
2 cloaks.
Basements don't
Or at the
look
must
right,
be.
but if
Like
that's like no
what?
plants, not what a lake looks like.
This room looks like...
It makes the rest of the house. Rows of plants, growing
Okay.
in wide wooden boxes.
What color is the soil?
It looks black, but it's too dark to tell. Hand-drawn entomology charts.
What a mess.
Any idea what this is all about? Is that a periodic table?
No, but it does kind of look like one.
What are those symbols?
They're alchemic symbols,
Yeah.
mostly based on the planets, the sun,
Yeah,
the moon,
I know alchemy.
stuff like that.
Huh. This looks like it was drawn in a hurry.
Didn't we see those same symbols in the greenhouse?
We did.
Reminds me of the chart from the library.
Okay.
The one from the chalkboard.
Yeah. Reminds me of the chart.
The one from the chart.
Yeah. Is that a
No, but it does.
What are those
They're alchemic symbols, mostly based on...
Okay.
What a mess.
Any idea what this is all about?
Huh. I feel like I'm missing something here. Okay.
Should we take another look?
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably look at the metal rod. Yeah, okay.
Should we take another look?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Sweet. Okay. Hmm. Okay.
A cracked glass tank with 9 little rooms. Each one has 1 or 2 insects inside. I can't tell if they're still alive.
I like that you called them rooms.
A glass tank? It's full of plants.
There's a layer of condensation on the inside.
The ladder leading back up to the gardens.
It's a hatch.
But we're already in the basement.
Depends on your perspective.
Oh, that just takes me down? Okay.
Do these puddles...
Why?
That's like, but it's indoors.
I see your point. This room looks like...
It makes the rest of the house.
This room looks like...
It makes the rest of the house.
This room looks
It makes the rest of the house. Basements don't normally...
Or at the bottom must be.
Right, but if that's the lake...
Like what?
White, no plants. That's not what a lake looks like.
Okay. Okay. I was missing this.
This room looks old.
It makes the rest of the house.
There's a roll of paper up there.
I'll see if I can reach
Let
it.
me guess. Blank.
There we go.
The Grand Hall.
What's that?
I think it's that big glass.
Study. Wait.
There
I
wasn't
know
a
what you're
study.
thinking.
There hasn't been a
And
study.
no, we never went in there.
How did we miss it?
Okay. Misted Mansion, North Side Cross Section, Rooftop Garden. Okay.
Storage.
It's Freya's room. It's the room above us.
The laboratory?
Yeah.
That's the lake, right? I think that horizontal line might be the water level.
It used to be a lot lower down.
Yeah,
than it is
interesting.
now.
It's the aviary. The rooftop garden. That name makes a little more sense in this context.
Okay.
This seems pretty significant.
There we go. That's what I was missing. Thank
Great.
you. Yep. Okay.
Let's head back up to the Grand Hall. I want to find that last room.
Yeah, let's go. Grand Hall.
Wow, it's dark all of a sudden.
How long were we down there?
This must be it. This thing goes all the way up.
How are we supposed to get up there?
Hang on, it's pitch black, but I think there's a switch.
Hold the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever. Or right, maybe right
A
lever.
ladder.
Want to go up?
Climb the ladder. The Hidden Heart? Ooh. Okay. Okay. I think we're nearing the end. Oh shit, hello.
Is that a crab?
It's got a translucent exoskeleton. You can actually see its insides.
Also, crabs normally have 2 claws, right? Not 3?
Let's leave it alone for now.
It's a wooden pinboard, hung up on one of the chains.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
A large central sheet of paper has been pinned to it. 4 lines have been drawn from a gap in the center. A smaller sheet, okay. What one had the lines to it? Hold on. You. Okay. 1, 2, 3, okay.
Coffee table, half-empty wine bottle, lamp left on. I'm gonna say someone's been using this room.
Someone complacent enough to leave their notebook lying around.
Ooh, notebook! Several pages have been ripped out, but a few remain. The 5th ambassador located, finally. Can't say that I harbored any optimism, but still somehow disappointed, no better than the rest of them. Took my misted friend into the music room for experiments. It works. Perhaps too well. The laboratory was another disappointment. All that effort for what? He's even more short-sighted than I could have guessed. Went to the bottom, nice view. It's been mostly cleaned out. But I have what I need. She got in. She was careful. Nothing was moved, but I know. It's time. Okay.
An axe and some kind of hunting rifle.
But there's a
mounted on
pickaxe
the wall.
missing.
Honestly, doesn't look like they've been moved in a few years.
I'm more worried about the third one.
Yeah,
The third one?
a
The one
pickaxe.
that isn't there.
Yeah. What's in the door?
An incinerator built into the wall. It's still pretty hot.
Is there anything left inside?
Yeah, is there anything left inside?
It's mostly ashes. But yeah, there's something.
Oh. Not much more than a pile of dust and ash. Among the ashes are several black buttons. Red-colored scraps of fabric are still visible. And the ink dip bird.
Someone's been using this room.
The
I
study.
don't get it. This room is in the original building plans for the mansion. But nowadays it's some big secret?
It's not a secret to everybody. At least one other person still knows about this room.
The
Yeah.
way the notebook was left out on the table makes me think it's someone who has the room all to themselves.
Whoever it was, they left more than just the notebook. There's
Yeah.
a whole design project on this pinboard.
Yeah.
Feels like someone put quite a bit of effort into it.
It's a shame there are things missing from it. I'm betting it'd make more sense if we could see it all together.
That might not be impossible, you know.
We have a clue. We have a clue. This one is the old painting of the photo. And then this one is this one. Yeah. It's Hawkshank?
The painting from Freya's room and those sketches. Did Freya design Detective Hawkshaw's clothes?
Hawkshaw's,
What
not
kind of
Hawkshank.
sense does that make?
I don't think that's why Freya made that painting, but it may have been why somebody took a photo of it to use as reference. And as for those sketches of Hawkshaw, I don't think Freya actually drew them. It was somebody else, someone with less of a talent for art.
Doesn't exactly narrow it down. Should we go ask Detective Hawkshaw about all this?
I'm not sure. I still don't know what's really going on.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that a crab?
It's got
Yeah.
to
Also, crab. You sure we should be touching it?
Grimoire, don't you think it looks familiar?
Okay. Hold on.
This crab really
That
reminds...
little wooden toy we found?
Yeah, but I don't think I think I've seen it more recently.
I know it's in the book, but I don't remember what the book looks like. I'm sorry. And you wouldn't show me the fucking book either. So, open. So it's both open to the right. The bottom one is closed, and it's parallel to the one on the left. Okay.
Is that a crab?
It's got
Also, crab.
Okay, so this one. Nope, not quite.
I guess that's wrong.
I don't think we need
What do you
to-
mean?
We have all the information we need in our case.
Nothing.
I'm sure I've seen this thing somewhere.
Nope.
Wasn't this
The children's book?
Yeah, I know, but I can't look at the children's book.
This crab really reminds?
Yeah,
I think I've seen it more recently.
I got it. I know what I'm doing, friends. That's straight out, like, to the right, and then goes angled up. Okay. Alright.
It's
Also, crap. Perfect.
There we go. Not quite perfect, but okay. Oh, that's a fucking thing.
something somebody didn't want us to.
It's a crossbow. There we go. The crossbow with a spool and no bolt. Got it.
What is it?
A weapon.
Was someone trying to hide it? From us?
I don't know.
Yes, of course.
But it looks incomplete to me. I want to know what happened to the rest of it. Where are the other parts?
We have the parts. We found them already.
We found them already.
This is a small lens. This is the real thingy. And then this is metal rod.
What do you make of it?
Not sure. Let's keep an open mind.
You don't think the crossbow is the murder weapon?
Oh no, the crossbow is definitely the murder weapon. But that doesn't mean we've solved the mystery. Crumpled up paper.
Is there anything written on any of it?
Not really. It's mostly blank. Who are all the people in this photo?
Not sure, but it looks like someone didn't like them very much.
Okay.
Their eyes have all been crossed out.
Oh, not the eyes. Oh. A photograph in a sturdy wooden frame. It's dusty and looks several years old. The brass plaque at the base of the frame reads "The Ambassadors of Misted Mansion." The photo shows 2 women and 3 men wearing a variety of different styles of clothing. All 5 of their faces crudely covered with black ink. Okay, so that's Felix. Don't know who you two are, per se. That's Fifi, and that's Poppy? Okay.
That photo is important. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. 5
Another
people.
photograph.
Another
Faces are all
photo.
crossed out with some kind of black ink.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, you think so?
Oh,
No,
you think so?
Something I just realized. Sally, did we meet any of these people here at Tangle Tower?
Yeah.
Well, the woman on the left looks a little like Poppy, but her style is way different. And at first I thought the guy on the top right was Felix, but now that I look at it, I don't think it is him.
Okay. The murder! The murder! Let's go! Judas, no!
Time to solve this.
The machinations of
All right.
murder.
Break out the notebook.
Break out the
Time to put it
notebook.
all together.
Let's
Start
go!
with this. It's an arrow for the crossbow, and it matches Freya's wound. It's the murder weapon. I'm sure of it.
Despite the fact it doesn't have
Yeah.
any blood on it, and it wasn't found anywhere near the crime scene.
Mm-hmm. It was cleaned, then it was hidden.
Yeah,
I
cleaned
don't
and
think
hidden,
anybody
duh.
expected us to get down to that room at the bottom of the lake.
Right?
Okay, so Freya was shot by a crossbow. Where was it fired from?
It was fired from above Freya.
Above, huh?
Yeah, our diagram doesn't show everything. Let's add in the rest of the crime scene.
The
Yeah.
attic.
Perfect hiding
Attic,
place.
yeah.
We even found a part of the murder weapon up there. The reel was used to pull the arrow back up through the crack in the floorboards.
Explains
Yep.
why we never found a weapon at the crime scene, I guess.
The
Yeah.
murderer must have dropped the reel in the attic. I'm guessing they were in a hurry to escape.
Wait. The arrow was fired through the crack in the floorboards?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's directly above where Freya was found lying on her back.
Nope. Doesn't add up. It would have missed her if she was still standing up by the painting.
Ah.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless...
Freya was already lying on her
Freya was
back.
already lying on her back before the arrow was fired.
I think so too.
She'd fallen unconscious.
She'd fallen unconscious.
Something in the room caused Freya to fall unconscious.
Paint fumes? No, it's an open window, I'm guessing. The gramophone?
The gramophone.
Right.
But the gramophone by itself can't do that.
Is the music being played? Is something in the gramophone?
It was the music being played.
What?
Let's try that again.
But
Okay,
the
cool.
gramophone by itself can't do that.
There's something in the
There was
gramophone?
something in the gramophone.
Mm-hmm. Something small.
No, what was hiding in the gramophone, though? Fuck. I don't know.
That's not it.
Okay. No. What was hiding in the gramophone? Like, fuck. Am I just gonna have to go through everything?
That's not it.
Okay.
That's not it. That's not it.
Pointer's research
Yeah.
says it can emit an incredibly loud
Ah,
noise
got
when
it.
feels threatened. Poppy and Fitz both said they heard a loud noise around the time of the murder. Neither of them had any idea what it was.
This seems a little far-fetched. Is it really loud enough to knock someone out?
No, I don't think so, not by itself. But don't forget, it was being amplified by the shape of the gramophone. Now, I don't think we're purely talking about volume either. It might just be a particular type of frequency.
This is getting kinda scientific. Since when do you know anything about the effects of weaponized audio frequency?
I don't, but I think someone else does. Do you remember that statue we found in the music room? The hornet's playing. It's a pretty similar shape to the one.
Oh, and the glass is shattered.
The broken glass isn't there on accident. This is someone's science experiment.
Thinking about it.
Yeah.
Pointer said he saw Flora was knocked out too. I guess they were both in range of the noise.
Yeah,
Although
okay.
Pointer might have been lying.
Personally, I think he was telling the truth about that. It's pretty clear a powerful frequency did pass through Flora's tower. Caused quite a bit of damage too.
The Freya's paints.
Those cracks didn't appear out of nowhere. Freya's paints, the pink cassette tape, and the gramophone itself, they all sustained similar damage while they were in that room.
That's some seriously powerful vibration. Enough to crack metal. Enough to knock someone out all the way across a room.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't get. If the frequency was so powerful and had such a big range, how did the murderer pull it off? Wouldn't they have been in range too? Think about it. They can't have been much further away from the gramophone than Flora was.
They protected themselves.
How?
We have the clue. The loot statue's headphones.
These are some pretty heavy-duty earmuffs. I think they'd be enough to block out the sound.
Right. Let's go over everything from the start. 1. Freya is painting Flora's portrait. They're listening to music on the gramophone.
2. The murderer is hiding in the attic, wearing earmuffs.
3. The golden beetle starts to emit its hissing noise.
Hold on. How did it know?
The beetle?
Yeah. What triggered it? At that particular moment. Pointer's research said it makes the noise when it feels threatened.
I'm not sure. Maybe something in the music?
Maybe.
4. Freya and Flora
are something in the music,
unconscious by the vibrations. Freya lands on her back. She drops the brush and palette by her side.
5.
Yep.
The murderer fires the crossbow directly downwards.
6. The arrow is pulled back up on the reel.
7. The murderer leaves the attic, presumably.
8. The door is kicked down. Fitz and Poppy enter the room.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's something bothering me.
What?
I just want to check something. Let's go back to the crime scene.
Okay. Well, hello.
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
I can see the stars. The plant. It's in the book.
What?
Look.
Look. Yep. The ink dip is a remarkably intelligent bird with a very long lifespan, even among avian mystids. Other birds are often aggressive towards it, and the ink dip lives most of its life alone. It has particular feeding habits, usually only eats the seeds of the Tantum amica pictured. Okay. What am I looking at? Okay.
I can see the stars.
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
Okay. Okay.
It's dark.
Okay.
The plant. It's in the
What?
book. Look.
Yep. Okay. Yep, okay.
I can see the stars.
It's dark.
Okay, what am I looking at here? Okay. The one thing I didn't look at.
Freya, did you leave us a clue?
Huh? The missing clue.
So what's bothering you?
Something that's not here. The thing we didn't find. We know she was holding it during the painting.
Yeah.
Flora's ink dip feather?
It was here. In this room. Where'd it go?
We found it somewhere
Found
else.
Somewhere else.
Yeah, this thing.
We were a little
Yep.
too late to save it.
So it was stolen from the crime scene. And ended up in the incinerator down in the study.
Someone wanted to destroy it, I guess.
Yeah.
How? How was it stolen from up here in Flora's tower?
Presumably, Flora dropped it when she fell unconscious.
Yeah, and then what? The murderer couldn't have stolen it if they were up in the attic.
So the question is, how could they steal something from a room they weren't able to access? The final clue about the crime scene. Freya left it for us right here.
It's in the unfinished painting.
It's in the unfinished painting. It's not quite a photo, but still, it's an image of the crime scene recorded just before the murder. If only she'd finished it. Then I could be totally sure.
It's true she never finished it. But she did intend to finish it.
Meaning?
Yeah.
We know more about the painting than what Freya actually got down on the canvas. That's not it.
Okay, nope.
That's not it.
Nope.
That's not it.
Nope.
That's not it. That's not it.
Nope. How did she show us her intentions for the painting?
That's not it.
Nope, okay.
Freya prepared all the colors she was going to need.
Got it.
Before she
Yep.
started painting.
Yes.
Brown and gray paint was going to be used to paint this sketch of something sitting in the window. Almost. Maybe just change one thing. The yellow paint
There we go.
was going to be used to paint this sketch of
Yep,
something
yellow
sitting
paint.
in the window.
Something in the window. Oh.
Oh. Yep.
There she is. Our little thief.
How long has it been there? Did it hear the whole conversation?
She did.
Oh.
She's a very good listener.
Oh, you're the one with the scars. Hi. Hello.
Well now, I think this has quite served its purpose, don't
This
you?
disguise. Yeah. Oh, yes. Hello.
Penny, why did you...
It's Penelope, if you don't mind. But before we begin, isn't there a certain formality
demanding our attention.
I'll tie your hands.
Lovely. Now, tell me, what was it that drove you this far? I'm ever so curious.
Justice for Freya.
Justice for Freya.
Is that right? Interesting.
Why did you do it, Penny? What did Freya do to you?
Absolutely nothing.
So, what?
What the fuck?
You just hated her indiscriminately?
Freya Fellow was an inspiration to us all. She was possessed of a great energy. The volition to create something from nothing. The willpower to walk beyond her boundaries. She was truly free. Everything I couldn't be.
Huh.
You know what? I just realized I actually have no idea who Penelope Pointer really is.
Weird, isn't it? Considering we've met her, 3 times now?
Exactly. How do we know this one isn't a disguise too?
You think you've already hollowed us out, don't you? Only a few short hours at Tangle Tower, and you feel like you've got everyone sussed. Unearthed every single one of our secrets. Nothing but bullet points for your notebook. Go on, indulge me. What does it say in your notes about Penelope Pointer?
She's lonely.
I suppose I can't argue with that, can I?
Penny, we only know what you choose to tell us, so why not help us out?
Very well.
Yeah.
Penelope Pointer is actually not very important at all. She pales in comparison to those who came before her and to those that came after. Living at Tangle Tower, it is very difficult to attain the levels of self-realization you probably take for granted.
You sure this is a Tangle Tower thing?
And not just a you thing? And not a you thing!
You didn't notice.
Damn.
Not one of them is happy. Not one.
So why stay? Why not just leave?
I thought she did leave. Penny, you said you traveled, didn't you?
I did. Many times I've walked away. It did not help me. You saw the family tree hanging in the grand hall, did you not?
Yeah.
It lists a bunch of people who don't live here anymore.
A bunch of people who don't live here anymore. I couldn't have put it better myself. My mother, for one. My father, too. The other 2 Remingtons. Poppy's mother, Primrose. And her brother, Richard.
And Fitz's father.
That's 5. 5 people that might have lived here, but don't.
Yeah.
And that was the first question I wanted answered.
You wanted to know where they'd all gone?
More than that, I wanted to know if I belonged with them. I have no place here. Not among the Fellows, the Remingtons, or the Pointers. But I felt there must be a reason why everyone else left. Some common purpose
Okay.
they shared. Perhaps it could be my purpose, too.
So, what did you actually do about it?
Nothing I could do, at first. Nobody would tell me anything. The more questions I asked, the fewer answers I got. Then, I found it. I was 19. Same age Freya is now.
Found what?
The study.
The study. The one hidden in the middle of the house. It's right next to a bedroom.
I'd hear voices at night. Deep ones. And the strangest thing, the wall behind my bed would get incredibly hot. For hours on end. The paint would peel. Wallpaper wouldn't stay up. I thought I was cursed. I thought it was something trying to break through. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore. I found my way in the same way you did. Once you know it's there, it's simple.
So, you got into the study and found the incinerator. That must have been a relief, right?
It was still warm when I found it. Then, I looked inside.
Okay.
Let's see how thorough you've been. Tell me, do you know what a misted is?
Misted?
Mistids, sure, yeah.
Mistids? Sure, yeah.
You're more observant than I thought.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
It's a collective term from before my time. Birds, insects, amphibians, anything living off the lake water. The mutation can take several generations, or it can happen overnight.
Wait, mistids, like cryptids, like Bigfoot or whatever.
A little egregious, isn't it? I suspect that was an intentional parallel.
Yeah,
The main
that's fair.
difference being mistids are perfectly real. They're just kept secret. Or at least, that was the original plan. As it happened, some got out. Quite a few got out.
How do you know all this?
When I entered the study at 19, I found a single object that rather changed my life. Something which answered my questions while at once creating all new ones.
What was in the study? This, and this, and then a crossbow. Yeah.
That's not it.
Nope, okay.
That's not right.
Nope.
That's not right. That's
Nope.
not right. That's not right.
Nope.
That's not right.
Oh, that was in the lowest level.
The 5 missing
Yeah.
family members standing together as a single unit.
Got it,
calling
okay.
themselves the ambassadors of a misted mansion.
So,
Yeah.
the house was renamed from Misted Mansion to Tangle Tower?
And rightly so. The age of Misted Mansion is long past. When I looked inside the incinerator on my first visit to the study, I found nothing but ash. The afterimage of a bygone era denied to me in its entirety. The study, the room at the bottom of the lake itself. All empty shells. I felt my only hope were the ambassadors. If I could find them, maybe they'd share the family history that Flora and the others were trying so hard to forget.
Okay.
How did you track them down?
It was tough. They'd taken almost everything. Books, maps, charts, the creatures themselves, all lost, taken away or destroyed. But I got lucky. I got a lead. I found one, and he led me to the rest.
And? What happened? Why'd you paint out all their faces?
They didn't help you either, did they?
19-year-old me had imagined they'd all left with a mission.
A mission?
A unified purpose. But they hadn't. They were, in fact, every bit as fractured as the people that still live here. Most of them had left tracking escaped mistids. Some claimed to be researchers, others little more than hunters. All 5 completely useless to me.
Damn.
Even your own parents?
Eventually, I returned to Tangle Tower. I had nowhere else to go. I considered giving up. But instead, I made a decision.
A lowly entomologist.
There was only one person at Tangle Tower still of interest.
Ah.
My dear Uncle Pointer had suddenly made a show of taking up astronomy. A fairly superficial charade. I don't think many people were fooled by it. But I knew it wasn't just a falsehood. It was a mask. Pointer had found something from the era of Misted Mansion.
Well, we know what it is now.
So where did he get the beetle?
I cannot be sure. But I theorized that he received it in the post.
In the post? From who?
Who can say? Someone outside Tangle Tower. But the thought that he would be in contact with such a person, all that time, I decided to take what was owed to me.
So you stole it.
Stealing the beetle turned out to be only the first step. Upon realizing it was gone, Pointer made little effort to disguise his frustration. I asked what was bothering him. He foresaw no risk in sharing a little of the truth with his niece. He told me he'd lost a rare treasure, something he'd been keeping safe. I suggested, innocently, that perhaps it was not lost. Perhaps it had been stolen. He was very ready to believe he'd been the victim of theft. When I offered to call in a private detective, he jumped on the idea. She arrived the next day. Hawkshaw prides herself on her punctuality, as you know.
Why, though? Why go through all that? The name, the costume, and everything?
It's somewhat sad to admit, but I had little use left for Penny Pointer as she was. Hawkshaw afforded me new advantages, opportunities.
But didn't you have to pretend to be working for Professor Pointer?
Well, that was one of the advantages. Pointer was in such a desperate state, he was finally willing to share some of his secrets. On the second day, Hawkshaw explained she needed to be able to search the secret laboratory. Pointer gave in and gave me the code for the harp statue. Reluctantly, but still.
So,
Okay.
You stole Pointer's research?
I would have done, if I'd found anything worth stealing. But he had made remarkably little progress, barely scratching the surface of the beetle's true mystery.
Which is?
It carries an exoskeleton approximately 90% identical to gold. But it's not the 90% I'm interested in.
It's the other
Did you
10%.
ever question what exactly makes the water here so unique? Before Misted Mansion was built over the lake, before the lake was even a lake, Lord Remington and his wife built a small structure here, a research station, supposedly. Fast forward 2 or 3 generations, and as you saw for yourself, it's been mostly cleared out.
Yeah.
The ambassadors took everything when they left.
And everything they didn't take was burned in the incinerator. However, possessing additional insight, I found something the others had missed. It's not much, but I have what I need.
So, why isn't this the end of the story? Why did you stay? Why did you kill Freya?
The Will of Freya Fellow. Okay. Shit. Okay.
Simply put, Freya was too good for me. It's my fault. I pushed her over the edge, unknowingly, but still, I take the blame.
What are you talking about?
Did you know I based the design for Hawkshaw on something Freya painted?
Yeah, it was this thing.
That's right. I had assumed it was purely abstract. I just thought it had a good energy. I later discovered it was a figure.
Nilla Bean!
Something from Freya's recurring nightmare. For all
Welcome in, Nilla. How are you doing?
Freya was
Welcome in, friends. Thank you so much for the raid.
She was desperate to leave Tangle Tower.
Yeah, hold on.
But
Hold on,
you
hold on, hold on,
couldn't
hold on.
just walk
Pause.
away.
Thank you. Legend of Zelda, how was the Minish Cap? What? I'm guessing it was a randomizer. Hope the randomizer went well. Welcome in, everyone. For those who are new, hi. Massive spoilers for Tangle Tower. If you have not played it before, I would definitely suggest lurking immediately and or not even looking at your screen. Mainly because there's many spoilers on the screen right now, and I don't want to ruin the story for you. Because actually, I really love this game, and the story is actually kind of fun. I do wish they didn't just do the, here's the fucking antagonist at the end. I'm like, I kind of wish I could, like, deduce that, you know? But everything else has been fine so far. But welcome in, friends. Thank you so much, Nilla, for the stream. For those of you new, hi. My name is Ryan. You can call me Char. Welcome to the streams. I technically stream 7 nights a week, but as of right now, I have classes on Monday. That should be ending June 9th, so after June 9th, I might stream on Mondays for a little bit, but then I have summer classes, so we'll just have to see how that goes. But yeah, you sure did bad, and Jank was so much fun, but it was fun. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that the randomizer did not go well. But thank you so much for the stream, for streaming, Nilla, and for the raid. Nilla, I hope you're all doing well. If you guys need a raid run, because I know it is 8 p.m., I know most Places, question mark, are closed on Monday. Ah, I feel you. I feel you on that one. Me playing a Kingdom Hearts game. How do I do anything? Literally, me trying to do a Kingdom Hearts randomizer for the first time, I'm like, what the fuck is this game? How do I do a combo? Literally, I feel you. But if you guys need a raid and run, because I know it is technically not late, and I know most people may have Monday off because it's a holiday here in the States, but if you guys need to raid and run or raid and get a snack or get, you know, up, stretch, screen breaks, whatever you need to do, make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves. We're about to resume the plot of Tangle Tower. Again, if you don't want to lurk because of spoilers, I cannot recommend this game enough. It is a fun puzzle game and murder mystery visual novel thing. It's a weird amalgam. It's like, it's a not point and click adventure game, kind of. I love you too, Nilla. I hope you're all doing well, but make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves. But we're going to resume the plot here in a second, but just make sure if you guys don't want spoilers, just if you need to leave a lurk or if you need to leave, I totally get that. And also just make sure you guys are taking care of yourselves, you know? Hydrate, do all that fun stuff, and in fact, since you're here, I don't know where to put my water, I will hydrate for you.
For quite some time, she'd been trying to break into Pointer's laboratory. Freya and her friends were halfway through deciphering those symbols on the harp statue, I believe.
Why did she care about getting into Pointer's lab?
That's exactly what I wondered. At first, I thought perhaps she just wanted to free the beetles. She has a fondness for them. What Pointer was doing upset her significantly.
That is why I paused it, because I was like, I'm gonna turn on my fan. My fan's gonna fuck up everything, because it's a little stuffy today.
But in fact, I think it was something else.
Oh?
I think she wanted to free Fiona.
Oh.
The real reason Freya was unable to leave Tangle Tower is that she could not get Fiona to agree to come with her.
Oh.
We're now firmly in the realm of speculation, but I think Freya felt that exposing the darker secrets of Tangle Tower,
Freya!
not just to the rest of the family, but to the world, would compromise all three families, and perhaps, somehow, free Fiona from the shackles of her inheritance. That was her plan anyway, but something happened before Freya could find her way into Pointer's laboratory.
She found her way into your study, found your notes, found that photograph. I'm willing to bet she put it all together quicker than we did.
Yeah.
So she worked out what had happened to the 5 ambassadors. Specifically, what you'd done to them when they refused to help you.
Yeah.
Freya had made a promise to paint Flora as a birthday gift, a parting gift no less. She'd be in a locked room, several hours away from her friends. It was my best chance.
Oh, wow.
But why hide in the attic? And why bother with the beetle at all?
The beetle in the gramophone wasn't for Freya. It was for Flora. She didn't deserve to be involved. She suffered enough. I couldn't get Flora out of the room, but if she could be unconscious, then she wouldn't have to witness anything.
Oh.
Or the knife. The illusion of the painted knife with the blood.
That was for Fiona. And Poppy too, I suppose. It gave
Okay.
them something to focus on.
You mean it distracted them while you made your escape?
It helped them cope. The very idea of something abstract, something supernatural. I believe
Got
made
it.
things marginally less painful for them initially.
Okay.
Worked on you too.
Yeah.
So why are you still here? Why not take your first chance and leave?
Well, I've been waiting for an opportunity to get my beetle back. I'd really rather not leave without it.
Wait.
Is it
It's
still?
here?
It's still inside the gramophone.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Okay, that wasn't as loud as I thought it could be, thank God. I was not expecting that. Also, fuck that bird! Oh, our boat's gone. And there's Poppy's hat. Lake's Edge. And Percival? Huh?
What's going on?
Poppy, they are both awake.
Hi.
I can see.
You two all right?
My head hurts. What happened
What
to us?
happened?
You were both unconscious. 14 minutes by my count.
Really?
You're both fine. No injuries.
Was it the beetle? In the gramophone? I heard it through the ceiling in my room.
The exact same sound we heard before the murder.
I guess it must have been.
So how did we get down here? What happened to
Fitz.
Penny?
Fitz took
It
us.
saved both of you, obviously.
When I reached Flora's tower, you were both unconscious, and Penny was crouched down beside you. She had her crossbow on her, but who knows? She may have just been checking you were both asleep.
Did you know that she was the murderer?
Poppy and Fifi suspected her. Apparently, they were pretty close to solving it themselves.
Fitz
Okay.
did not want to believe us, because he liked Penny. A lot.
Yeah.
But what happened? Fitz, what did she do when she saw you?
She jumped out the window.
What? Did she
What?
survive?
She did.
I heard something land in the garden outside my room, but by the time I got out there to check, she was already gone.
Hang on. Poppy, why do you have Penny's hat bird?
She left him behind. I found him sitting on the floor in the aviary, all by himself. Poor little thing.
Poor little hat bird.
Didn't care about you at all, did she? No, she
Ezio, was that
I
you?
apologize. Poppy
Enzo?
seems to
What
be
is the
under
bird's name
illusion that
from
the bird can
Finish Cap?
understand
Enzo?
human language.
Elzo. Eslo.
So,
Eslo?
Penny got away.
Something like
I'm
that.
afraid she did.
We had suspected she might try to escape. I was stationed here by the lake's edge. I proved to be an ineffective guard. She took the boat.
Did she take the beetle with her?
Nope,
How do you know?
because it's right here.
Ah.
It was still in the gramophone. I guess I scared her off before she had a chance to take it.
Poppy, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to give it back to your father?
No, I'm not. It doesn't belong to anyone. So, I'm going to put it on the ground and never bother it again. I think
Yeah.
that's what she would have wanted.
Yeah. Freya. Oh, that was what Freya would have wanted. Damn. Okay. Well, this was a fun game. Like, God, I love this game. So if you guys haven't played any, like, murder mystery style games, or, like, point-and-click adventure games or puzzle games, I suggest this one because it's a lot of fun. It does hold your hand if you need it to, which I did need a couple of times because I was like, where the fuck am I going? What the fuck am I doing here? I did also use a walkthrough because some of the things I was clicking on apparently wasn't quite right, and I was like, oh, it's like half an inch to the left, you mean? Great. But I think this was a really fun game. I really enjoy these kind of games. Co-funded by the European Union. Thank you. SFB Games. There's also this, apparently the sequel. I might go back and play the first one at some point. I don't own it. But look at that little beetle crawling. Fly away, little friend. Bye. Aw. That's nice. Sucks that Penny got away, but you know. Oh, art gallery. You're telling me to look at this now. Oh. Okay. Oh, sweet. Okay. That's kind of cool. You can look at all these things. Oh, look at this. Shaped like a heart. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, Fifi. Yeah. Damn, I really want to go through this. This looks so cool. The sleeves full of things. Screwdriver. Oh, that's so cool. Who is my other favorite? Fitz, I love you, Fitz. Let's look at you. Oh my god! Concept art Fitz is wild. Holy shit! He's still buff as fuck, though. But damn, okay. I can see that's more of his final design. Okay. Oh, man. Look at this. Yeah. Who else did I like? I love Detective Grimoire. Let's look at Grimoire. Oh, from the first game. Yes. Big hair, big hair. This also reminds me of like Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, mainly because of the art style. I don't really care about anybody else. Poppy, I'll look at you. Oh, Poppy is very much like, what's her name? From Beetlejuice. Lydia Dietz, look at you. I wonder if they mentioned it. That is like very Morticia Addams, hell yeah. Yeah, okay. Wow. Oh, that's so cool. An umbrella, yes. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Flora? Flora has always been Flora, okay. Oh, the hair. Yes. Go talk to Flora. Her hair is fucking phenomenal. Freya. Oh, little baby Freya. Oh. Oh my god, I love this. That's so cool. Aksha, okay. Snap. Okay. Professor Pointer. Okay, he's much more of a nerd, okay. He's got a roof tile for a hat, or for hair. I got it, okay. Felix. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Felix changed a lot. I could see that. Okay. Okay. Penny. Yep. Oh, Fashionista Penny. Let's go. Okay. Oh, adorable. Okay. Who haven't I not looked at? I think I've looked at everybody down here. Sally, I guess, is the only one, right? Yeah. 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 Oh, Sally. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. I really like this. So, again, if you have never played Tangle Tower, I highly recommend it. It's a fun game. The story is amazing. But let's go find somebody to raid. Thank you again, Nilla, for the raid. I hope you're all doing well. Let me give you another shout out, Nilla. Hope you're all doing well, and I hope you guys all, if you can, have a wonderful day off if you have tomorrow off. Let's not shout out Nightbot, please. Let's shout out Nilla again. But welcome back to the world of Legend of Zelda Minish Cap Randomizers, Nilla. I hope the rust knocks off soon. But let's go to twitch.tv, go to twitch.gov, if you will. See who's streaming. I wonder if Harkin's going today. I don't see them, but we're going to send it right over to somebody. I just don't know who yet. Let's actually refresh this real quick and then pop it over again. Okay. Let's go say hello to Liminal T. They're playing Blueprints, which is another puzzle-ish style game, I think. Different vibes, but I would say similar vibes in a way. But let's go say hello. I have no idea how to type this. Hold on. Liminal. That's what I did. There we go. Liminal T, I think? Do you not have an icon? Nope. Oh, Lily T. Okay, cancel. Hold on. Can't fucking type today. There we go. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I think I might do another short-ish maybe game. I think we're gonna do something a little bit more Disney next Sunday. But I think since I don't have class on Monday, I might stream again. And I think it's gonna be a preview of the Ryan streams this if he doesn't have summer classes that are gonna take up his time. I don't want to announce it now because I want it to be a surprise for tomorrow, if at all possible, because it's not anywhere yet. But yeah, let's go say hello to Liminal T. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night, and if you guys have Memorial Day off, have a good Memorial Day. Spend time with your family, remembering loved ones if you can. And if that's too much emotional stress or emotional unease for you, I feel you. Losing people is hard, and Memorial Day, you know, can be hard sometimes. But if you ever need to talk, feel free to reach out. I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. I love you all so, so, so much. Enjoy the raid, my friends. And I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good night. Love you.